All that is you about to roll with the tide.
And we say hello to everybody on a Friday night. What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard with Ballard Sports Media. As you can see by the title, who's on upset alert this weekend? Discussion and hangout. Gonna drop the link here in just a second, and we'll get you guys on. And you probably noticed if you're watching this back or if you're watching this live, um, I got Syracuse as the thumbnail. Why Syracuse? Is that who Ballard Sports Media is taking to pull an upset this weekend? It's a good possibility. It's also possible maybe that's not the case. Maybe not. Let's take a look real quick at the schedule for this weekend. Week 8 of the college football season. Some teams are undefeated. Some teams have taken a loss. I'll say this. Alabama is looking to bounce back. If you think they're on upset alert, you're mistaken. If you think Georgia's on upset alert, heck, I don't even know if they're playing this weekend. Have to double check that one, and it doesn't look like it, so I guess this is their bye week. So they're not on upset alert. Cincinnati at SMU. What about College Game Day being where they are? And Clemson. Syracuse is undefeated. I mentioned I got them as the thumbnail. Is that who I'm taking? Not necessarily, but I'd be careful. UT Martin in Tennessee, you gotta be kidding. Duke and Miami, it could be interesting. Boston College, Wake Forest. I'm actually curious about that. I think Boston College is like 2-4. They are. But they've beaten teams like Louisville. Then again, they've also lost to teams such as Virginia Tech and FSU, and they're coming off a loss to Clemson a couple weeks ago. This game's at home for Wake. They still control their own destiny. They could still win the ACC. They could still win out and make the playoffs. They could do a lot. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. I believe College Game Day is at UCLA, Oregon. Oregon still only has the one loss to Georgia. They're 5-1. They've yet to lose a conference game. UCLA 6-0. And Dorian Thompson-Robinson looking really good. Over 1,000 yards, 1,500 plus, 15 touchdowns, 2 picks. I'm actually going to pull this one up. We're going to preview this. Give me a second. I didn't prepare. Didn't make a banner, but we can look at this one. So I mentioned some of the games this weekend. UCLA and Oregon. What about this one? Oregon has yet to lose a game since the Georgia opener. UCLA is undefeated in this uh, crazy college football season so far. This is a top 10 matchup. This is literally actually number 9 versus number 10. And I don't know who to go with in this game. I think it is a defensive battle, most likely. Uh, I think Sabrina. How do you say her last name? But she's Oregon alum. Ionskew. I don't know how you say her last name, but she's a women's basketball player, dominant for sure. Um, she's really good. She's going to be the guest picker on game day tomorrow, and it's a great possibility. Does Corso go with Oregon? Does Reese Davis go with Oregon? Oregon is at home. This is at uh, Autzen Stadium. You can get tickets still on Vivid Seats as low as $56. The line is 6.5 in favor of Oregon, who is 4-2 against the spread. The thing is, I think these offenses are even. I think UCLA has a better defense. It's it's gonna be fun to watch. This is in Oregon, and I'm one that normally, when in doubt, I take the home team. But I like UCLA and what they're doing this year. They're averaging 41 and a half points a game. They have beaten teams in the top 15, such as Washington and Utah, but this is a little different. This is top 10 now, right? Now, in both of those back to back ranked wins, they gave up 32 in each of those games. One game they scored 40 on Washington. The other game they scored 42 on Utah, right? I like their quarterback, Dorian Thompson Robinson. He's got over 1,000 yards. They bring back Zach Charbonnet, who I think could be an NFL star one day, possibly. He's got 615 rushing yards on the year off 87 attempts. He's got 6 rushing touchdowns. You look at the defense, Darius. I'm going to try not to butcher this name. Darius Moasa, the linebacker. He's got 38 tackles. He leads the team. John Vaughns, the linebacker, has 2 picks. He leads the team. Watch Mo Osling, Kenny Churchwell III, Devin Kirkwood, uh, Aziz Hearn, John Humphrey. There's a lot of names to get to know for UCLA. Their defense is powerful, can stop the run well, good blitz packages. 22 points to only give up 22 points a game today in college football, considering all the offenses out there, that's actually pretty good. Um, this is a tough game to call. I do think it could be close. I think it comes down to who has the better defense. Quite honestly, I think it could be a good crowd and a good packed house. This is a 3:30 kickoff game on Fox. This could be tough. This could be a trap. This could be an upset. Is it really much of an upset if UCLA wins this game? Or Oregon? Is it an upset if 10 beats 9? Really? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'll go ahead and I'll give a score prediction here. I think UCLA by 8 points is going to get out with a win. That's my thoughts and prediction. I'm going to say 31-23. UCLA is scoring 41. Oregon's only allowing 28 points a game, though. Oregon's scoring 42 a game. UCLA is giving up 22 points a game. So I kind of meet in the middle on that and go somewhere in the 30s for one of these teams. I think the first to 30 could possibly win this game, and UCLA will get one above that at 31, Oregon at 23. An 8-point game. Uh, they cover the spread. Now, Oregon's favored, but I just personally I think UCLA is a better team, and I think you'll see that play into effect on Saturday. Meanwhile, got a good basketball game on. I'm trying to get back into the NBA. We got the MLB postseason, of course, the NLCS with the Phillies and who is it? The Padres, I think. Denver Nuggets are up 67-50 over the Golden State Warriors right now with 123 left in the first half. So there you go. It's not much of an upset, but we mentioned teams on upset alert this weekend. I don't know. 9 versus 10? What about Ole Miss? Could they go to LSU? This is a 3:30 game. Could they go to LSU and lose? Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Um, LSU, Ole Miss, Texas at Oklahoma State, Boston College at Wake Forest. These are games to keep an eye on. Could be upsets. Mizzou and Vandy. Vandy's been pretty good this year. Pittsburgh and Louisville. I don't know. Kansas, TCU, the Horned Frogs. Are they undefeated? Let me see. Who they played? Who they played? Yes. Look at this. 18, 19, and 8. 18, 19, and 8. TCU's beat 3 straight ranked teams. They lead the Big 12. They're fixing to play Kansas State. I think they'll beat them. That's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern on FS1. I want to hear from you guys in the chat. What's up, Nate and Dominic? Let's see. Could we preview at least one more game? I mean, there's a couple we could preview, but I don't know. Tulsa beat Temple 27-16 tonight. Whoops. Internet issues. Apologies. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Let's preview at least one more game. And I'll clip these and we'll put them up on the channel tonight before the games tomorrow. We'll try to. All right, the Texas Longhorns and a one-loss Oklahoma State team who's coming off a loss to TCU in overtime. This is a big game here. Now, this is in Stillwater at Boone Pickens Stadium. You look at Spencer Sanders, 120 of 205, over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, 3 picks. The best running back, at least in my opinion, in the Big 12 right now, Bijan Robinson, 138 carries for Texas, 780 yards, 10 touchdowns. You look at this, it's an offensive league in the Big 12. We know that. Texas is scoring about 36 a game. Oklahoma State is scoring 45 a game. Texas clearly has the better defense, especially against the passing game, in the secondary, and it looks great. I think this isn't going to come down to necessarily, who's going to have the better defense. I think it's going to come down to who has the better offense. And I think personally, Oklahoma State looks like a unstoppable offense right now. I think it looks really, really good. I think Spencer Sanders has been right on the money this year. Um, I think that Braden Johnson has been on the money this year too. So has Dominic Richardson. Um, Now, it is fair to say that Oklahoma State hasn't really faced the competition level that Texas has. I mean, Texas took Alabama to the wire. Oklahoma State at least beat Baylor, but then they've beaten teams like Arkansas, Pine Bluff. You got to be kidding me, right? Oklahoma State is 5-1. They're fourth in the Big 12 right now. They got some good players on defense. Jason Taylor the second. They got Mason Cobb, the linebacker, who leads the team with 54 tackles. Um, you look at uh, Xavier Benson, uh, the safeties. They got a lot of good safeties. Kendall Daniels, Sean Michael Flanagan. Sounds like actor names for some reason. Thomas Harper. Uh, you look at some of the guys up front: Sion C, Colin Oliver, Brock Martin. These are guys that have helped. Really with the pass rush. Brock Martin's going to be a problem against Hudson Card or Quinn Ewers, whoever, which I still don't know what the situation is. I haven't really looked into it with Quinn Ewers and his health. He was hurt against Alabama, if you go back and remember in that game. Um, Brock Martin leads the team in sacks at 4. Um, for 25 sack yards lost. So Oklahoma State's got some defense, and you always find at least one team right in the Big 12. I know that we like to poke fun and make fun of it and say there's no defense in the Big 12. That's not true. I mean, to an extent it is, but there's always that one team. I think Oklahoma State's got the most complete defense in the Big 12 right now. Um, One of them at least. Well, I take that back. Texas is a little bit more complete. So, um, but even though they're giving up 27 points a game, they still got some good players on there that could be disruptors, if you get what I'm saying. So, I'm going to take Oklahoma State in this game. The spread is 6 in favor of Texas. Honestly, I think they got it all wrong here. I expect Oklahoma State to win big. I'm going to say they win by 25 points and just put some offense up in this game on Texas. I'm going to say 45-20. And maybe that's crazy. I just have a gut feeling Oklahoma State's going to go out there on fire, ready to throw the football. And I just think Texas right now is really good offensively, but they're giving up so many passing yards. So is Oklahoma State. Um, both of these teams still very much alive for the Big 12 title. Oklahoma State is still available for the college football playoff. Texas, with 2 losses, I don't know. I don't know if they make it, but we'll have to wait and see. But this could be a game to keep an eye on this weekend in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Uh, but give me the Cowboys big over the Texas Longhorns. Double check the comments. Not sure if anyone's still watching. We had Nate and Dominic so far still. I'll give it a few more minutes and then maybe I'll get off of here because I do have to get up for a meeting at my job tomorrow. So, and let me do this. What I forgot to do, and I apologize. I did not drop the StreamYard link, so that would explain why maybe no one's gotten on. I mean, if anyone wants to join, you can. Let's see. I dropped the StreamYard link. Anyone's welcome on. Says we got at least one or two watching. So, anyway. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone wants to get on here. So, tell you what, looking to see Alabama bounce back this week against Mississippi State, of course. Um, it is at home. Congrats to Tennessee last week for beating the Crimson Tide. First time since 2006. Um, I do expect teams like Clemson to win this weekend. I know that's a big game. So I just there's really only a couple games. I think as the season goes on and we start seeing teams lose, forget when. The teams that lose, man, the records don't like like a 5-2 Texas at this point is like not as good as it was when they were 1-0 playing Alabama. Um, like Texas A&M's 3-3, they're playing a 4-2 South Carolina, which actually, I mean, it could still be a good game, but um, I don't know if it's really worth previewing tonight. So anyway, I think that's going to do it for this stream. A couple teams on upset alert: Clemson, Syracuse, Tennessee, UT Martin. No, I'm just kidding. What about Iowa, Ohio State? Doubt it. Be careful, Ole Miss going to Baton Rouge, UCLA, Oregon, Kansas, TCU. These could be good. And by the way, let's update on the MLB playoffs. Phillies just won not too long ago, 4-2 over San Diego in Game 3 of the NLCS. I would like to see something like the Phillies and the Yankees. I think that's what it's probably going to end up being, even though in the ALCS, Game 3's tomorrow. Houston leads it 2-0. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know. It would be cool, traditional teams for the Phillies and the Yankees. My grandfather's a big Phillies fan, so be pulling for him. So who's Christian Javier and Garrett Cole in the Yankees Astros game tomorrow? Mike Clevenger and Bailey Falter in the Philly Padres game. So anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. He's got a great plan. Keep your head up. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. And until next time, folks, Ballard Sports Media, check it out. Love y'all. Peace.